Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at 7 reasons why clients don't buy from you. Now, depending on your offering and depending on whether it's a product or a service, there are some principles at play, some commonalities, some main reasons why people might not be buying from you. Here we're going to explore 7 of them to give you a chance to remove some of them or to maximize and edit your offering to give yourself the best chance of making the sale. Now, the first reason is this. Your buyers can't see anyone else who can vouch for your offering. This is about social proof. Social proof is the fancy way of saying reviews, testimonials, case studies, third-party feedback. If you're trying to sell a product or a service to a client and there is no social proof available, they have no way of knowing if the offering works and if it's been approved by others. So what you need to do is make sure that when you deal with clients, you actively ask for reviews, testimonials, case studies, and third-party feedback. Lack of social proof can be very, very costly because it kind of implies that the person that's buying is the first person to take a risk on your offering. Now, that might not be the case. You might just not have social proof collected, but that's the perception. If you buy something from Amazon, we use the star system and the number of reviews to guide us, and so too do your buyers. Number 2, you're just too hard to deal with. Now, as human beings and as buyers, we follow the path of least resistance. The quickest, fastest, easiest route to solving our problems and meeting our needs. If you have a difficult to remember web address, it takes lots and lots of phone calls to get through to you. The name of your offering is unclear. The pricing is unclear. The guarantees are unclear. I don't know how long it takes. I don't know if it's suitable for me. I don't know what happens if it goes wrong. If you make yourself hard to deal with and you make your client ask all the questions and do all of the legwork, then they are going to naturally find the easiest alternative if possible. So rather than put in the effort to try and work with you, they're just going to find somebody else. So how could you make yourself as easy to deal with as possible? Could you use simpler email addresses, simpler phone numbers, a simpler web address? Could you reduce the number of clicks it takes for somebody to buy something from your website? Could you be more upfront about how long things take to do, or how long the delivery might be, or what happens if there's an issue and you need to make a return? Making yourself as easy to deal with as possible is a continual effort, but it's one of the most commercially viable things you can do to maximize your chance of making the sale. Number 3, they just plain can't afford it. Or maybe they can't afford it, but they can't afford it right now. So if you don't already have finance offers in place, consider using them. Depending on your offering, this may or may not be relevant, but if you can create some kind of a finance offer, whether that's the ability to pay in installments or to actually get a loan and have repayments, whatever it might be, making provision for clients to pay in installments can increase the likelihood of them making the sale because you've removed a barrier to entry. Number 4, they just perceive too much risk. So if we're looking to buy something, we want to know it's as safe as possible. We're not wasting our money or our time. That's why earlier in this video, we're looking for social proof. We're looking for other people to vouch for the thing that we're about to buy. On top of that, we're also looking for guarantees, assurances, promises, or any elimination of risk. So if you don't already, could you offer guarantees, insurances, assurances, promises, anything at all that's going to reaffirm to your customer that you have their best interests at heart, you're here to deliver the best possible outcome for them, and you're minimizing all of the risks and all of the unknowns and all of the questions that they might have. Number 5, it's not compatible with what they already have, or it's not clear. So depending on your offering, the things that you're selling, the things that you're doing might need other things to work with them. You might need certain software, certain systems, all sorts of things. So being very, very clear about the technology, systems, or machines that your offering is compatible with and not compatible with can make all the difference. A client who's not sure if your offering will work with their Windows 7 machine in this example might decide just to buy elsewhere from a provider who does make it clear that it is compatible. So think about your offering, think about, do your clients need or do they have something already that will work with your offering, and is it compatible? If it is, or if it's not, can you be really, really obvious and clear about that in your messaging? Number 6, they think they can do it themselves. Now, depending on your offering, this is a huge problem. You see, when a client believes that they can do it themselves, they think it's the cheaper, easier option. Most often it's not. Most often it's the most expensive and long-winded option because it causes other problems, second-order consequences. But at the start of them doing it for themselves, they don't see that. So it's up to you as a seller to make them aware that if they do try to do something themselves, it might appear to be cheaper and easier, but it's actually not, and this is why. So as a seller, it's up to you to try and deter people from doing it themselves because they might think that they know what they're doing and they just don't need your offering at all. They don't see any value in it. And finally, number 7, they don't need all of your offering. Now, depending on your offering, it might be all-encompassing or it might not, but there will always be cases of buyers who just need a certain section, just a certain part or a smaller pared down version of your offering. So could you sell individual elements or individual parts of your offering or have a much reduced version of your offering to meet that market need? Not only will you meet that need, but you also create a lower price point to entry. So think about what you're offering and think about how it could be chopped up into smaller pieces, smaller components, if possible, and add that in to your offering, because you're going to come across some people who don't need everything that you do, and on that basis, it's not they won't buy from you, they can't buy from you because there's no point them buying these unnecessary things they're not going to use. It's a waste of money. So if you can have a pared down offering, then you can increase your chance of engaging with those people and making the sale. So there you have it. That's 7 reasons why your clients don't buy from you currently. Obviously, there's going to be more than 7, but those are the 7 main reasons. Please feel free to share this video with anybody who you think is going to take some value from it or might need to see it. And if you like this type of content, then please do subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we release more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.